Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, we will compare the GA-2100 and the GA-B2100 side by side. Both watches here are the 1A1 variant, which is all black with a negative display. Let's start with the dimensions and weight. Both are similar, fits well on medium wrist, with the GA-B2100 is 0.1mm thicker and 1 gram heavier. And then for the dial finish, it's different. For the GA-2100, it has matte, flat or textured solid finishes, while the GA-B2100 has subtle sunburst finish. Next is the sub-dial function. I personally like the old GA-2100. It points directly to the day of the week. But for the GA-B2100, it is a multi-function indicator. It displays the battery charge level, connection status, and mode settings. Next is the digital display, similar but with a different layout. For the GA-2100, the seconds shown on lower side, the upper part shows time or date. While for the GA-B2100, the seconds shown on the upper side, while the lower can show day of the week, time or date or reminder. Now about the negative display legibility, both are similar, not the best. And then for the backlight strength, the GA-B2100 is brighter. The old one, GA-2100, uses standard dual LED illuminator with decent nighttime visibility, but not reaching much for the subdial. While the GA-B2100 uses upgraded super illuminator. It provides stronger, brighter illumination across both the analog phase and digital display. Next is the auto light feature. Neither has it. GA-2100 and GA-B2100 do not have auto light. The next one, connectivity, the new one is better. For the GA-2100, it has no connectivity, only standalone operation, but for the new one, GA-B2100, it has Bluetooth smartphone link. You can do auto time setting, easy configuration, and phone finder. Now about the date format. The new one has more options. While the old one only has month and date, Japan format, the new one, GA-B2100, has month, date, and date, month. Next, about the buzzer beep volume. Both are not loud. The GA-2100 has soft beep, while the GA-B2100 beep is even softer. Now about the upfront price range, the new one costs about $50 more, while the GA-2100 starts at about $100, the GA-B2100 starts at about $150. And then about the power, they have different types of power. The GA-2100 uses two SR726W batteries that last for 3 years, while the GA-B2100 uses solar power and a rechargeable battery that can last 10 to 15 years or more before it needs to be replaced. Talking about the long-term cost of ownership, the GA-2100 has higher recurring cost over time. It requires standard battery replacements every 3 years, and opening the case back frequently increases the risk of cascade wear or improper resealing, potentially leading to water resistance failure, while for the GA-B2100, it has near zero long-term cost, powered by tough solar, meaning no battery swaps are needed for many years. Keeping the case back closed preserves factory water resistance integrity much longer. As an additional note, the buckle material differs depending on variant. My GA-2100 1A1 has a metal buckle, while the GA-B2100 1A1 features a plastic resin one. However, I've noticed that most other variants of the GA-B2100 use metal buckles. So in summary, you might want to choose the Casio G-Shock GA-2100 if you want a lower upfront cost and prefer a traditional day hand subdial, accepting that you will eventually need to replace the battery and look after the case back seal. On the other side, choose the Casio G-Shock GA-B2100 if you want a set and forget daily driver, where the higher initial price offsets future battery replacement cost, while gaining Bluetooth synchronizing, a stronger backlight, and better long-term water resistance reliability. Although there is still a small chance the battery will need to be replaced. And that's all for today's comparison. I hope you found this helpful and have a great day.